Okay, so now we're going to be playing Senjutsu Battle for Japan. We're going to be playing the solo campaign, which is in all of the core book. So no matter which version you've got this. This is Path of the Ronin. As you can see here, we've got the Ronin, which is here. I haven't had a chance to paint this up due to the fact that, of course, I've just received the game. And we're gonna I'll put some background music on as we see the comic book to start with. I'll try and get it so there's not as much glare. Might be quite hard. Okay, so Ashigaru attack. Having long ago killed his daimyo, the Ronin, masterless and alone, wanders a broken Japan, seeking out injustice. Through a clearing, he spies a noble woman being assaulted by disgraceful Ashigaru. Outraged, the Ronin charges. So we need to defeat both opponents. We have an Ashigaru katana, katana Ashigaru, and a Yari Ashigaru. We've got one distance, so what basically they call it engaged distance, and then we've got a distance of 2 away for the Yari with his spear. We obviously have our pretty long distance weapon. We've got our Naginata, and these are my core weapons here that we'll be playing. Okay, I'll show you those in a second. I've created my Ronin deck setup. You can see that we've just got wood, steel cards in this, along with our core cards. So we've got no gold, no jade, no super powerful cards. I assume, I've not looked ahead actually, but I've assumed that we will start upgrading our deck as we go through the campaign. We've got the noble woman we are trying to protect. As only a wound limit of 1, we have a wound limit of 5 as per normal, as denoted by the number down here. We have a hand size of 5. Don't worry about advantage or initiative. We always have the initiative and we always break ties. Let's put that there. The deck comprises for the 2 Ashigiri are here and here. You can see by the blue and the yellow tokens, we've got them here. I'm using the kami rings because they're aggressive stance. Okay, so they're aggressive. And we've set the map up as shown here with the 3 stones that we can maybe push in to cause some stuns. Other than that, the scenario rules. Once we've all done our cards, once the 2 Ashigiri and we have done our cards, we can move optionally the noble woman 1 direction, 1 space in 1 direction, in any direction. Okay, denoted by the white arrows. Must always remain within 2 hexes of our Ronin. I'm not sure what happens if they push me outside of that 2 range. I don't know. I presume we just have to jump back in to get into 2 range. I assume they will always prioritize the Ronin over the noble woman. So let's start the game by drawing our hand size. So 5. The core cards do not count towards hand size. So just to show you what we've got the Ronin core card. Lovely simplistic art on these cards. I really do like it. You can see that this is the Ronin special card, and we might see a few more of those. The Ronin core card is discard a card, optional move in any direction, and optional rotation of up to 2 different steps. Then either draw up to 2 cards, draw 1 stun to switch to any kame on the kame tree. The Ronin has a one-way system with the kame tree. So if you go to red, you can't come back to home to come back into yellow and green. But you can pick up focus quite regularly if you do that. This could enable us to basically get to those yellows and those greens. Or we can literally just kame 1 branch. Probably going to be using this, to be honest, to do this, to pick up focus. so we can use more of the powerful cards. Talking of which, our weapon card, which is the Naginata Sweep, discard a card. Then we've got wounds on 2 steps to our forward facing. Then 2 steps to range, if you like, onto the left hand side there. And then if we spend a focus, we can actually hit adjacent on our left. And then that's at speed 5. This means that we don't have to spend focus to play the card. This is the type of card. So we've got a core card here, and this means it's an attack. Okay. So we've got, after you've done that, when it comes to speed 2, we have some movements. This is really quite nice. This is an attack with some embedded movement, which is quite cool. That's a slight difference with how we started the game. We didn't even, when I was playing this game on Tabletop Simulator, we didn't even have weapon cards. So this is really cool. Then we've drawn a number of cards. We have a defensive card, as you can see with defense keyword, which is just blocking in front of us. If we're successful, we get to push them. This is from speed 5 to 2, so it blocks anything from speed 5 to 2, and then we get some optional backing movement. Firm Mind, that was a wood card, by the way, denoted by this detail down here. Firm Mind, speed 3, is a meditation card. Again, doesn't cost focus. It's good for movement. Got a lot of movement. If you're in yellow camo, you also get an additional rotation, so you can literally spin around 180 degrees. Change camo up to 1 branch, and then draw a card. So it's a really nice kind of reset card. Another defensive card. You can see by the keyword here. 7/3, a large range of abilities. But you have to be in green defensive camo stance to kind of really get it to work. And it has got some mandatory movement on it as well. So that's a different one. This is nice. It does have, you got to set it up correctly. It's a relatively fast attack, obviously super fast with green. But this is really nice. You've got to be really careful of this. If you're in red camo, it's got a few more options. So it may be worth keeping and then seeing, maybe just setting ourselves up in the first turn, get us into red camo, and then we can play this one. But it's basically hitting anyone close to us, which is really useful because of our range on our weapon card. So that's really could be useful. Once we're done though, we do switch to green. So that's quite unique. Then we've got our Ronin special steel card. That was steel. These are all steel apart from that first card, by the way, which is steel block. Really good defensive block. And this means that it's a counter on a 4, 5, or 6 speed card from the opponent. We do a counter, play an attack from our card. So these two together, really, really, really strong. Okay, if we can hit a successful counter, we not only cause them to spin round, we also get to smack them as well with this, potentially. Remember, you are, well, we'll have to see. It depends. That might be good for the Yari Ashiguri, who's going to be trying to hit us from a range of 2. Block it, move forward, get into attack range, and hit them back. So, potential. I mean, there's lots of different things we can do. So that's my card draw for the first turn. I now have my hand limit of effectively 7 cards, but it's 5 cards and my 2 core cards. I think we're ready to start the first turn. So what we'll do is we'll draw a card each from the top of the AI decks for both the Katana and Yari Ashigiri. Then we got to decide which one we are going to play out of these. So I'm quite tempted to this. As I said, I can do this, get into red, and I kind of want to do that before I play our horizontal cut. I don't think we're in danger of getting attacked straight away. We're kind of set. I guess they do that so you can't get smashed straight in the butt. And this will be able to get us set up. So I think I'm going to just play our core card. We are going to go in last, very likely, which is absolutely fine. So let's see what we're doing. So the Katana Ashigiri is going to do a backhand slash. Let's see. We got to see if they're going to be able to do it. If they can be able to get into the range and do the wound, they'll do it. If not, they'll do their second version. They will not be able to hit, so they're going to be on speed 2. The Yari Ashigiri again is a 6, similar kind of thing. It can move forward 1. This is a weird one, right? Because, well, actually, no, they can't get into range. So again, they're just going to do the 3. That can be that's brutal. That's a 2 wound from 2 distance attack with an optional. Oof. Right, I do not like this card. I'm glad this is coming out first. That's really nice. So, 3's first. So it's going to move 1. It will not turn because it effectively wants to come. We should mention this as well. This board here is showing how the AI are going to act. So the Yari is going to try and come around to my right hand side, whereas the Katana Ashiguru is going to try and go around to my left hand side. They are aggressive, so they're going to really try to get into that 2 for the Yari into 2 hex range, and for the Ashigiri into engagement, which is adjacent. Okay, so that's the Yari done. Then it comes to the Katana. So you can do this in any order. It doesn't have to be move then rotate. You can rotate then move. But it kind of makes sense to just go forward and turn. Just trying to get round to the left-hand side. They're trying to flank me. I assume that's the kind of the idea of the AI, as it were. Okie dokie. Right, so to use our card, we have to discard a card. It's going to be one of the blocks, of course. So I'm just going to get rid of Fend. So that gets discarded. And then we trigger this. So we've got to figure out what we're going to do here. I kind of want to go away from the... I've got a choice. I could move here, and then I could rotate, and I could take him. But that does offer my flank to the other... Ashiguru, so I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm going to quite simply move up 1. I'm going to keep it on my right. No, I'm not. I'm going to rotate 1 to keep this on my left, which means that this is now triggering. It is speed 5, so it's not super fast, but with a couple of 6s gone, who knows? We'll see. Then I'm going to change my Kame 1 branch up to red. So I'm going into red to enable this. I can actually get up here, smack them with a 6, which wouldn't be the worst thing. Or, actually, I've changed my mind immediately. I do want to do horizontal cut, but I'm happy with the mandatory move. I want the speed, so I'm actually going to go to green Kame, which is quite unusual for the Lone Wolf Ronin. The Lone Wolf Ronin, I feel, works on that kind of red synergy, but with the cards I've not got many red synergy cards in my hand. So to be honest, I'm quite happy with just going to the green Kame. Okay, that's gone. Because I played a core card, that comes back into your hand. That's why you have to discard cards with your core cards, or else you'd just be literally being able to choose the cards from your hand. That's the turn over, so now we get to move the Noblewoman, and I'm just going to move the Noblewoman 1 space to the left. Okay, still within 2 of my Ronin. That's a turn. So we're going to keep going through these turns. The only thing we do now, after we finished our first turn, is of course we get to draw a card. And we've got a Severing Cut, which does a bleed and a wound if I'm in red. Right, so maybe we can start making our way into red a bit later on. So I'm not going to do this. It's a speed 5 anyway. We already decided what we're going to set up and use anyway, which is the horizontal cut at speed 8. Breaking ties. So that should work in our... Let's see if we can do our first wound. So the Yari is going for 5 to 2 on a defense. Right. Okay, we're going to get hit back. Is there any way? No. This is really unfortunate. Unfortunately, the Katana, and this is the beauty of this game, right? Is not. I don't know this deck. If I play this a few times, I've played these Katana Ashiguru and the Yari. They'll probably have similar decks, and then I get to figure out how they work. But yeah, okay, we're gonna get hit. That's fine. 1 for 1. We'll go with it. So we're going for this. We are speed 8, so we would have easily won. By the way, Severing Cut would have triggered as well. We could have done 2 wounds. That would have been brutal. So we're going to move diagonally forward 1, and we're going to hit them for 1 wound. So I'm going to put them off to... You won't actually be able to see them, but I'm putting these wounds off to the side. That's 1 of 3 wounds. We then switch to green warrior on green, and that's our card over. Then... obviously, defensive doesn't trigger, So we can ignore what's going on here. It has got an optional read, which he will do. So we will do this, and then it will be onto the 1. So let's go back to this. Obviously, it's going to do this. Not going to move. Not going to move. Just rotate to face me. Hit me for a wound. So we're going to take our first wound. That's disappointing. Now we do the bottom section of this, which is move forward 1. Now we're in real trouble here. We're getting a bit cornered here. And reset the deck. So we grab any discarded cards from the Yari. And we're going to shuffle up their deck. There's only 5 cards, by the way, in this deck. And we're not looking too good here. I've got to be honest with the rule. We've got to be within 2. So we're just going to move the noblewoman around the rock is what I'm thinking. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. We might go for I'm thinking steel block. And then swinging in with a severing cut. That's what I'm thinking. That's my thinking at the moment. Let's see what we draw and see if that changes our mind. We've got a pommel smash, which is quite nice as well, with a rotating green. But I like the idea of blocking and then smacking. So if one of them, they're both going to attack me. I think that's going to happen. If successful, we stun them. But that's it. It has got a green synergy. The severing cut doesn't. That might be better. But yes. Yes, I think we keep the severing cut. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for steel block. We're gonna try and play their bluff. So we're gonna hit we're hoping for an attacks of 4, 5, or 6. But we'll be able to defend on the 3 to 7. Right, so the katana. Are they attacking? They are not. They're defending. So they're going to be changing the AI behavior. Someone attack. Right. Awesome. Okay. And look what it is. It's a 6. Haha. Awesome. I love this game. It's so cool. Right. So this is so good. This has worked so well. Oh, by the way, BTW. Unless this is chat. I should probably have read if this has changed. But before, this is just from the direction the attack is from. They don't actually have to be adjacent to you. Okay? So because this is coming from this direction, this triggers. I hope that hasn't changed. Write in the comments if it has, and I've maybe misplayed that. And I'm looking at the block cards that I've got, and they're all adjacent. There's no like blocks from 3 or 2 range away or whatever it is. Blocks are just from the direction that the attack comes from. I believe that is the case. Cool. So we are going to go with a 3 for the katana and a 6 for the lunging thrust. We're going to block it on a 6. So we get to choose now what speed our block is for. Obviously, we're going to go for the 6. So there's going to be an optional movement. They will not optionally move forward because they have got their targeted range, their priority range, which is 2 away. It would do 2 wounds. 2 wounds. We are exceptionally... this was definitely the right choice. Not only do we block it, so we parry the blade, we're also going to do a counter-attack. Now, we have an issue. We have an issue. So... I believe this happens first, and then I do my counter-attack. I believe that's how it works. Against the AI. So I need to be able to turn and move, correct? Turn and move with an attack. Sorry, so what will happen is this will happen, then my counter, we just read it downwards, yeah? Then if successful, then we move them. It's a bit hard to know, to be completely honest. We successfully blocked, but surely the counter has to happen before the if successful triggers. I assume. That's what I'm going to play as, okay? So, I think I'm going to play my pommel, because I'm in my green came, and it makes sense. So, what will happen is we block it. We now do a counter, which will be the pommel smash. Now, yes, of course, it's using a card from my hand, but I'm happy with that. That means that I get to move and rotate, because I'm in green, to face Oh, that's right. To face my opponent, my Yari, and do a wound. So that's 1 wound to the Yari. It's got 1 wound on each of my opponents. If successful, stun. So the way stun works for AI, you get a stun card and you shuffle it immediately into their deck. I'm not in any of these kame, so that's the pommel done, and that. And then we get to rotate them. I will rotate this Yari to face downwards, so I'm sitting on his left-hand side. Those 2 are discarded. That's my turn over. This was not successful, so this is just discarded. Then we come over to, finally, the Katana, who's going to do this. They're going to come up behind me, and they're going to rotate 1. They're really going to come in. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're just going to rotate to face in where they want to be. However, oh no, wait. We change behavior first. So that it says to go this way. So actually, it wants to be further away. My apologies, but it needs to be up towards the front. So I believe what would make sense is just coming back to here to try and get towards the front from it. We're going to reset the deck for the Katana as well. So that means shuffle their deck. We're going to move our noblewoman. I don't think we'll move them, actually. I think the noblewoman's just going to stay back here. I'm happy with being 2 away. That's that done. And that is another round. Let's see what we get. Lunging thrust. We're in green kame, so it's not doing a lot. And we got no focus. This is the issue. We got no focus. That's a double wound. That's nice. There's only a 3 attack. That's a counterer. That's a counterer. That's the other thing. I think your counter has to be equal to or lower than the counter attack value that you played. Okay. Right. So we haven't triggered this Severing Cut yet, which is a shame. I need to move my kame. So, firm mind. But I also need defense a little bit. I think circling defense might be... I mean, the Katana's got my left flank, unfortunately. And then I have to move, which is a problem. Well, no, it's not, actually. This is a hard decision. I mean, Severing Cut onto the Yashi, but it's only a 5. I'm not in red kame. I wish I was in red kame. So I can gain a stun, draw a stun to switch to any count. I'm slightly tempted by the core, although that will leave me up to potentially two wounds here, which I don't like the sound of, to be completely honest. The reds are good for my attacks, which I thought... Oh, this does hit me into red straight off the bat, but there's no point. There's literally no point in doing that now. There is no point in doing that. Absolutely none at all. Whereas this, I could move out of the way, get myself 2 away, get into red kame, do this, take out... Oh, this is a hard choice. This is a hard choice. I think I'm going to go for Severing Cut. I don't think I can just sit back on my laurels here. I know I'm missing out this, and I'm also missing out this. But I get to rotate. I should be able to hit something with a bleeding wound as well. So they're discarding cards off their top of their deck on their turns. So I'm gonna try Severing Cut. We'll give it a go, and we'll see how we come. Right. So, Katana Ashigiri, Pummel Smash. That's never fun. And then Fend for the Yari. So we're going to go for the Katana. We've got... they will be defending on a 5 to match my Severing Cut. So they can defend against me. But of course, the Katana has got 5 as well. I actually go first because I break ties. So we're going to rotate once. Obviously, we're not going to attack the Yari because they're just defenders. So we use this. Now we're going to do a bleeding wound. So on the back of the wound card is a bleeding wound. We don't really look at this. It's a wound. We're basically going to discard the top card of their deck whenever the start of their turns. We don't trigger anything else, and that is the severing cut done. But 2 wounds out of 3. Now we move over to the katana. So not going to move. They're exactly where they need to be. They're going to hit me. They are going to wound me. That's my second wound. And I would have to discard a focus. I do not have a focus. That's their turn. Then they're going to fend. Nothing's going to happen, but they can move forward 1. No, it wouldn't make sense to. It doesn't make sense. So they're just going to rotate. So they're facing my my right flank. Again, just hitting this and discard their card and reset their deck. Then I will just keep the noblewoman where she is. Makes sense. We got 2 wounds. But can we take out the katana this round? Let's see what we get. We get field bandages. Yeah. To be honest, it's a good card to discard. We're still in green Kame. This circling defense may be the way forward now. 7-3. We've got the green Kame, so we've got forward defense as well. Then we can move around. If we can try and move around them, that might work quite well as well. I quite like that idea. So I am thinking this. I do have to move and I do have to rotate, but I think I'm okay with that. We'll see where we're at that point. But that should be able to... the only problem is, I believe the defense is only for 1 attack. So you use the defense and then it's gone. So if they both attack me, I can't defend them both. Is there anything else I can do? Not really. Not really. Let's do it. Circling defense. So katana is doing a backhand slash. So we can defend that one. And then we've got an ankle biter. Now the good news is they're not going to be able to ankle bite me because it's too far away. So they're going to be doing the movement. So I can defend. So I'm going to choose 6 to defend against this. There's no counter here. I'm just defending it. Okay. So this would trigger... this triggers... Oh, no. This would trigger first. So the backhand slash attacks first. They can move 1 and rotate. So again, exactly where he is. That's absolutely fine. Exactly where he needs to be to do the attack. That's what he would do. I would defend it. It defends it. Done. So that's the katana done. Then we move over to the 7. Oh, sorry, 2. So 2. I win ties. So I have to move first. So I'm going to go here and rotate. Which means that the Yari will follow me effectively. And we'll just have to move the noblewoman up next to them. And that is it. Okay. Trained Mind. We need some attack cards. We really need some attack cards that aren't miles away. It's finding it very hard to actually get away. I'm going to have to... I've run out of defense cards as well. This is tough. I'm a little bit tempted by Trained Mind. Because we get to change Kame up to 2 branches. I can get into red and then maybe do something. I don't know. No, that doesn't really work. But we can search for a steel card. That's not bad. Don't know, chat. I don't know. What are we going to do? Do I want to go in red? I mean, I'm in green Kame. This is really nice. I'm going to go Train Mind. I hope I survive. We will find out. It's not... I'm just too close to them. We've got a stab. So that's going to hit. So that's 1 wound. Oh, then stun. Thank God. So, I mean, it is what it is. So 3 beats 2. It's going to rotate. It's not going to do the optional move, and he hits me for 1. So that's my 3rd wound of 5. Yeah, okay. That's the katana guy gone. The stun's now gone. And let's do ours. So, we can do this in we have to do this, then this. This is slightly different to the usual order. You normally get this, which you can do these in any order. But this quite clearly says we've got to move 2, optional 2, up to 2, then rotate up to 2. So I'm going to go here, then 1, 2. Oh, no. I can't do that. I can't do that. Because it should be too far away. Okay, let's go instead. This is really annoying. This is a nightmare. I did not think this through. Right, because I have to do the movement, then the rotation. I cannot. This is really frustrating. Right, I'm just going to move to here and then rotate to here. Maybe actually to here. I'm going to rotate to here, which means that I can move to here. Then I can move 2 branches. So I'm going to go up to red. Am I going to go up to red? No, I'm not. Sorry. No, I'm not. I'm going to draw a silver. So we go and search for a silver. Wolf Pounce is move forward 1 and do a wound. No, we don't want to do that. We just need to do some wounds. Ooh, hang on. That's the wrong side. Diagonal slash. That would be lovely because I'm in green. No! Oh, move back 1. Hold on. Let's just move back 1. Nope. That's a lovely card. But it's just not the right timing. A 6. It's not bad. Not bad. Quick stab. 8. A 4. Oh, I'm in green. I think we're going to go quick stab. Feral sweep. Look at that thing. It's on my right hand side. Why did I go to? It's because of this. This is bizarrely a. No, that's right. That's a right hand sweep. Whereas this is a left hand. Feral sweep's left. Very odd. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? If I had set that up. But that's long away. What? Oh, wow. Wild swing, 7 at cost of focus. Quick stab, cost of focus. Don't have focus. Falling restraint. Again, no, we need to do attacks. That looks nice. 6. Hold on. This could work. So, it is steel. So we could go. Yes. Hang on. Does that work perfectly? No, because I'm facing the wrong way. Oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah. By facing straight down to try and trigger this, I've made it worse. I've made it far, far worse. Oh, this is a disaster. If I knew what cards were in my hand, this would have helped. I didn't realise I had so many on my left-hand side attacks. It's usually your. I thought it's usually your right-hand side. So if I can come down to here, I could take both of them with this. If I was facing this way, bang, smack, and that would have been absolute brutal. I have got the rotate, but I have to do the movement first, and it's a compulsory movement, so I'd have to do this. Hold on a minute. Yeah, and then it would be rotate, and then it wouldn't hit. So that's no use. Unfortunately, it would have been really good otherwise. So annoying. Wild swing, as I said, doesn't work. What else we got? That's no use. I have to do Faint Cut. I mean, it's really disappointing, but if we can take out, then we've got to take him out. Is that even going to work? No. I have set myself up from this card, which I should have discarded, by the way. I've set this up absolutely incorrectly. You know what? We're still playing this card. We're still learning. I didn't know my deck. I'm going to say that I'm not going to rotate. I'm going to keep here, and then we're going to... you could argue that's cheating slightly, but I'm going to get the Rolling Slash. And that goes into hand. Then I assume we shuffle the deck. I'm happy where the Noblewoman is, and then we move on to the next round. So let's draw a card. Falling Restraint. We know what we're going to do. We're going to do our Rolling Slash. Speed 6. So we've got a Speed 2. And we've got a Defense of 5. So that actually is outside range of my Speed 6. This couldn't be better. Again... You know, you could argue I slightly cheated, but I didn't know my deck. So this makes a lot of sense. And there was nothing that changed the game state. I was still playing my same card. So what we do is a compulsory move to the right, to here. And as you can see here, we've got 2 wounds here and 1 wound here. Can't block it because it's outside of the range, out of the speed, sorry. So we've got 5 to 2, and this is a 6. So that's not going to do anything. We're going to take out the that one because I forgot to discard cards from them as well. And then we're going to do a second wound onto the Yari. And then I've got an optional rotation. Now, here's a choice. I've got no attacks. Oh, I do have one. I think I'm happy where I am. So if successful, I don't get any of those. We just put it here. They've gone. So... Fend didn't trigger, but they get to move 1. They can't move 1. I'm in the way. They want to get on the left. They can't get to the left. So let's forget that and reset the deck. So we've got to do 1 wound. I haven't got the card at the moment in my hand to do the 1 wound. Let's see what we get. Calm Defense. That's not the worst shout. And then we can move back. And then set ourselves up for the lunging thrust. And we can change our Kame as well. Yep, I actually like the sound of that, I think. I mean, we've only got 3 wounds, so we can still... I mean, I could just do my Ronin core, take a stun, get into red, lunging thrust for speed 6. No, I like that. I'm going core card. We're going to risk it. So, they're going to go first with a long thrust. Okay, that's cool. We're happy with this. So this is going to trigger. They're going to stay exactly where they are. Do the wound. That's my 4th of 5 wounds. I am almost out. And that's them done. Then what I will do is just move back 1. Because we're going to be doing the lunging. We're going to be doing this, okay? To do the 2 wounds. We only need to do 1 anyway. But that's going to be speed 6, which is pretty fast. Then we're going to draw a stun, which goes into our discard to change our Kame to branches, to switch to any Kame, which will be the red Kame. And then this comes, we're going to have to discard a card to do this. I'm going to get rid of field bandages. And that comes back into my hand. We will move her over to there. It's all on this Falling Restraint, I believe. Oh, Wild Swing would have been cool, but we've got no thingies. So we're going to go for Lunging Thrust. We've got in red Kame, so we are going at speed 6. Can we do it? Speed 3, boom. I'm not going to do the optional. We're just going to do 2 wounds, take down the Yari, and we win the scenario. Just about 1 wound remaining. That was pretty tough. I'll just take the stun out. So we have completed Ashiguru attack. Let's just see what happens moving forward. Okay. Bandit Tavern. So let's just have a little read. I just want to see what's different. So the Ronin tracks the source of the Ashigiri's attacks to a small tavern in the village, which is what that person, the character we just saw in the comic, was pointing to. Defeat all opponents. Option 1, push burning carts into the tavern, trapping the cowardly samurai boss inside, or burn the village, causing a distraction before storming the... Wow, look at this board. That's awesome. Where'd you get that from? Oh, sweet! I did not know that you actually get, like, Jaws of the Lion, isn't it? You actually get additional map pieces in the... That's awesome. That's so cool. This is what I wanted to look at. The deck setup. Use the previous Ronin deck from the Ashigiri attack, but include a gold card, our first gold card, which is Bull Rush. For this mission, Bull Rush gains prepared, so I can actually put it in my starting hand instead of having shuffling into it. Starting red Kame as well, with one focus. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, hang on. So that's if we push the burning carts into the tavern, or we go for option 2, and we get a Jade card. And all Ronin cards gain prepared. Oh my worst. I don't want to burn the village down though, do I? Seems very mean. Oh, that's awesome. Anyway, that's an example playthrough of the solo version of the game. It's through these really awesome campaign comics. Oh, I'm just blown away by this. This is nuts. Love it. Absolutely love it. They've done the AI really well. It feels aggressive. It feels hard. It doesn't feel robotic. It's like any AI, right? It's gonna have some gamification in it. The more you play and you know the AI kind of cards, the more you can kind of play it, I guess. I assume the decks don't change too much for the different types, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. So maybe that's true. I don't know. But very, very enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough too. And until next time, this is more Senjutsu Battle for Japan. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, keep gaming.